A lot of pieces put that puzzle together. Excited to see what they're going to bring this year. Certainly superiors, we know that.
Okay, you're live and people are watching and the sound works. I would only write my address.
It looks fantastic.
Beautiful picture.
Take your seat, President.
Oh God.
Goodness. Are you doing Snapchat or Instagram? Instagram. Okay.
5-month student section.
Test.
Cats in the
Test.
house.
Test.
All right, we good?
Bigger, faster, stronger.
Go get rid of.
Thank you.
I shall return.
A lot of hard work right out there on the sidelines. Cats are going to be going until Coach Nugent says stop. Probably won't be too long. Running clock. Just want to get a little rehearsal. Get ready for beat down in Marana
Are we going?
next week.
Yes, Jacob, yes. Yes.
I can't hear.
You are live. You are live.
I can't hear anything.
I guess you're not supposed to.
Where'd Kramer just go?
Throw away a pizza box.
You can hear me though?
Someone say they're out of water.
Yeah, they're like sold out of water.
Wait, we were live that whole time.
Like everyone is sold out. They only have soda left. Caitlin, can you
I was
mute
talking to you.
just from our volume the YouTube because it's it sounds really weird. No, the YouTube. I can't mute anything.
Nothing going on too
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Copper Navy game. Going to be joined by Jillian Summers, and we're here tonight. Stands are filled. In front of me is filled. Home side's filled. Visitor side is getting fans, Cienega fans. It's a Copper Navy game. Cienega versus Cienega scrimmage varsity, and they've had to put some fans into that visitor side because it's filled. First game of the season. Parents, fans, students, staff are excited, and they're here at Cienega Stadium in the heart of Vail to cheer on the Copper Navy game. Two previous games, freshman versus freshman, and then we had a second game, freshman, second team versus the junior varsity team. And now for the third game of the night, starting at around 7:34 Mountain Time, we have Copper varsity and Navy varsity. So we have a running clock, 10 minutes, and they say 2 quarters, but it's really till head coach Pat Nugent says stop. Okay, and we're getting ready here for the first play of the night for this varsity team.
A lot of alumni in the house. You know you got a great school and alumni are coming to the preseason game.
Copper Thunder Marching Band's been here all night. Hard work. They sound great this year, and another great year for them.
Again, don't forget about Spirit Week next week.
Both teams out for the first play.
We'll have an assembly on Friday honoring all fall programs for seniors.
First snap, Jamari Joyner at quarterback with a handoff, and good job with the Navy line there to stop him. We saw Jamari Joyner there on the first play for the Copper team. So a lot of hype coming into this game. It's the first game of the season, coming off a great season last year, 12-1. And that one loss was in the playoffs to a great Centennial team. High snap over Jamari Joyner. He's in the end zone trying to scramble out of it. Does so. And he gets a pass to number 8, Nathan Amico. We'll see him playing mostly defense throughout the season. But there he is right there, getting the Copper team out of a sticky situation there. High snap from the center. I couldn't see who that was. So yeah, 12-1 last year, one loss to Centennial. That was a 56-21 loss, led by their star in Zidane Thomas. He's back for his senior year. As a beast last year, he's back this year. and Cienaga's hoping they don't see him again. Jamari Joyner to Terrell Hayward. And about a 20-yard gain there. Terrell Hayward, what a story about him. Sophomore coming onto the varsity team last year. He's a junior now. Great receiver, and he's back this year as a junior. And he's going to show us a lot of things. He's fast, he can catch the ball, and he's one of he is this year Jamari Joyner's favorite target. And another misstep there, and a fumble. Copper and Navy all over the field, and it's going to stay with the Copper team. My fault. Navy recovered the fumble, and their offense will come on to start their first drive of the 2017 to 2018 Cienega football season. So in there at cornerback we have, can't see that number, but it's Luis Morales, the backup quarterback, coming off of JV last year. They're going to have him play backup quarterback. Showed a lot of things last year with JV, and he will be behind Jamari Joyner. Flag on the play. And looks like they're backing up. Looks like 10 yards. From up here, I can't see what the call was, but I'm going to try my best. So Luis Morales showing what he can do at quarterback, and he gets a pass there to Connor Hawley, the senior. So this team, the Cienega team, next week will hit the bus to go to Marana and play a very good team there. Marana is playing today. They're starting a week early. They play their first regular season game against Ironwood Ridge. Two great teams going to battle it out on their first game. Luis Morales chased by Nathan Amico and tries to pass to Stephen Harshman, but it falls out of his hands. One of the coaches loving Nathan Amico's work down there on the field. Kyle Bowen here tonight, the athletic trainer, like every night, does a great job. We saw an injury there on the first play of the JV game, JV freshman game with lineman D'Angelo Mannings.
Number 4, Thomas Webb. Number 5, Devon Waples.
Screen pass over to Thomas Webb. Thomas Webb came on the varsity team last year as a sophomore. Played quarterback at for the JV team, and here he is on the varsity team, and he'll be playing a mix of running back, and we'll maybe see him on defense sometimes.
Number 12, Ethan White.
This always seems to be
Number 14,
Was
Jordan
I-
Can you hear
Moore.
yourself now?
Was I on before?
Number 14,
No?
Bryce
Yes, you were
Wilson.
No, you can hear yourself.
Number 15,
Luis Morales.
number 16,
And we get a timeout
Gonzalez.
as these teams will take a break.
Jerry White.
Do we know who's coaching the other team?
number 18, Ezra Figueroa.
During this timeout, Bobcats helping Bobcats Food Drive. They are accepting donations of non-perishable foods and cash and checks. Boxes are set up at the front office of Cienega Monday through Friday between 8 to 4 p.m. Thank you for your support, Mrs. Burton and Mrs. Taggart.
Rodney Rogers. Number 24, Dylan Boots. Number 25, Devin Derrick. Number 27, Caleb Beard.
So here's Cienega on for the punt. That's Jamari Joyner. Saw him punt a lot last season,
Johnson.
and he'll be the punter for Cienega this season.
Logan Williams.
Jamari Joyner's an athlete. He can play wide receiver, he can play quarterback, he can play punter, he can play almost every position.
Can't zoom in that far.
Number 33, Wayne Baldwin. Number 34, Frankie Anaya.
Hand me that back.
Number 35, Jacob Acosta. Number 36, Eric Bavada. Number 41, James Martin. Number
So here's
42,
this
Guy Galvin.
Copper offense back on the field for their second drive. Jamari Joyner, after a good punt, is on for quarterback. Low snap, fakes handoff, gonna run. He's great at that, tries hurdling, but he'll get a 1-yard gain.
Number 51, Daniel Mendez. Number 52, Dante Bowley. Number 53, Mason Grant.
2:20 to go on the clock
Number 54,
for this first half.
Jill Suribai.
Number 55, Carter Clark. Number 56, Juan
Jamari
Payton.
Joyner, quick pass
Number 57,
to Ethan White,
Kennedy.
and little to no gain there.
Mendez. Number 59,
Follow Bobcat TV
Hero
or Instagram and
Cortez.
Twitter at Bobcat TV_.
Number 61, Sean Lee.
It's Starling.
Number 62, Carlos Herrera.
Number 66, Isaac Belton.
Some of Jamari Joyner's stats last year: he passed for 1,713 yards, about a 56% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns, passing, and about 13 rushing.
Andrew Huxtable.
Jim was the one who just called the timeout.
6 interceptions. That's not bad for a 13-game season.
Number 77, Quentin Perry. Number 8, Nathan Marsh.
1 minute remaining in the first.
Number 81, PJ Coco.
Oh, no. Yeah, go on.
Number 82, Chris Burrows. Number 53, Brandon Morris.
Jamari Joyner switching the play up.
Number 88, Alex Harshman.
Handoff
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your varsity lineup.
to Gio Owens, and Hill gets stuffed up for a loss of yards. Giovanni Owens came onto the varsity team during the playoffs last year. He played for JV, was a star on JV, and here he is on varsity. We're gonna see him play running back, and he's gonna get a lot of handoffs this year. He's fast. He's on the track team. He's powerful, and I think he'll do great this year.
How do you even try out players?
Big mistake.
And another handoff to Gio Owens. And it looks like another timeout on the field.
You should send him a picture.
Should I take a video?
No.
So the schedule here for Cienega, they're going next week on Friday to Marana on August 25th. Then they're home for 2 games against Shadow Ridge and Nogales. Shadow Ridge coming from Surprise, Arizona. And then they're away for 2 games at Flowing Wells and Tucson High, and then back home against South Point Catholic. That's going to be a great game. Is that homecoming? That is homecoming. And then we have a game at Saguaro, and then one against Ironwood Ridge, and then the last one against Mountain View on
There's a reason I'm not a photographer.
Same.
Freshman and sophomore year, I killed it with photography. I was never a photography class, but I killed it actually.
10:27.
I have to look at the computer.
And a pass there to Diego Ruby, a junior, and they'll bring it to the 54-yard line. Or 46, I should say. So 0-0. First minute of the second ticking down. Jamari Joyner handoff. Gio Owens.
This is what we're gonna
Great move, and he'll get a good rush there,
super long
and he'll get it a yard shy of the first down.
So instead of moving, it was like $500 a camera. Got those 2 cameras on both sides. So instead of doing that, set up 2 cannons, throw one of these on there. It's a better picture, better color.
Are we gonna have a camera now? Because he would see.
The problem with that one is that one is actually ours. Like that's the one that's ours.
Jamari Joyner.
But apparently
Pass over the middle, and it's almost intercepted by Caleb Beard. Micaiah Beard's brother, great wrestler here at Cienega, graduated last year. And Jamari Joyner had an open man there, but was not able to bring it in. That would have been about a 20-yard gain. We have a freshman on the varsity team this year. Number 76, Hunter Schlegel. He's a big dude, comes in on this varsity uniforms roster as extra, extra, extra large. And he'll be in there as lineman. Run from Jamari Joyner, and he'll get the first down. Student section standing. 7:30 to go in the second. High snap. Jamari Joyner rushing out of it. And referees will whistle. And that's what Jamari Joyner can do right there. He showed us there. He can get you out of situations like that. Center had a bad snap over him. Jamari Joyner's athletic enough to jump up that high, and he can run out of there and get a gain. Usually that's a loss on the play or a turnover. But Jamari Joyner, as athletic as he is, can get out of those situations. Another high snap. grabs it, hands it off to number 22. And that is Emmanuel Jimenez. Couple of sophomores on the varsity team this year. I can't really tell what grade they're in because it's not on my roster, but it looks like DiMaggio Strive, who played tight end last year on the freshman team, and Tyree McKinney, who played as defensive end on the freshman team last year. And they will have a field goal try from, looks like number 18, Ezra Figueroa, as he is coming on as the second string after the starting kicker, Austin Del Rio, broke his leg in practice last week. So Ezra Figueroa will come in as a backup, and the kick is good. So he's a junior, Ezra Figueroa, and there he is, 1 for 1, coming in as the backup. So Austin Del Rio get well after a broken leg in practice. So 3-0. And the Navy team is winning with 5:25 to go in the second. So here we go. Not sure why Navy's on offense. 5 minutes to go in the second. So Caleb Beard with the run there.
Like to take time to thank all our corporate sponsors.
Luis Morales, screen pass, and it is almost intercepted by number 30, Logan Williams. Saw him at Safeway trying to sell gold cards. I think he did a good job there.
AGRO. Awards to go. Baggins Gourmet
Logan just got off a broken foot.
Clean by design.
Yeah, and Logan just got off a broken foot from preseason, so he's still recovering, but he's out there playing today. Good job by Kyle Bowen getting every injured player ready and back as fast as possible.
Johnston's of Southern Arizona. Montgomery's Grill. Noonan Physical Therapy.
So if Cienega makes it back to the playoffs this year, I think their keys to success would be that their defense needs to do better. In the regular season, they did a great job. They did a tremendous job. I think it was like 10 points per game that they allowed. But in the playoffs, during the 3-game span, it was 108 points that they allowed in that 3-game span, and that's 36 points per game. And that was too much for the offense in that last game there against Centennial. And a bad snap, but Beard will pick it up. And a great job from him to realize that and pick it up to prevent the turnover.
Once again, thank you to all these sponsors and what you do for our
So 2 minutes to go here. We'll probably say goodnight after this 2 minutes ends. See Pat Nugent walking into the middle of the field a lot, and he can do it. This is the night that he can do it because it's his team playing out there. I don't think he's allowed to do that during the regular season. He's allowed to walk out a little bit, but not into the middle of the field like we've seen him doing. Yeah, definitely like this. He wouldn't be allowed to be out there. If you could see him, no, he's not on the screen. So punting it away to number 36, Eric Babauta there on the recovery. Punting it away was Eli Galvan. We saw him kick for the JV team last year, and he's probably behind Ezra Figueroa. So last minute ticking down.
Southern Arizona. Terrell Hayward, number 7, getting a lot of credit. Jamari Joyner, number 11.
This summer, beloved legendary Tucson Amphitheater coach Vern Friedley died. What a great character, leader, and coach, as he devoted almost half of his life to the amphitheater football program. He was a great coach. He had 300 wins in his coaching period, one of 7 Arizona coaches, high school coaches, to do that. He would do things like take money out of his own wallet to feed players that couldn't feed themselves. And he taught players off-field character and was a great coach, and he'll be remembered from the amphitheater family and as a coach here in Tucson.
All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Brad.
So that's the end of the game. We had some points there from Ezra Figueroa. Not sure, I can't remember what team that he was on though. Great game, great scrimmage. Just getting used to the new things. And next week we're at Marana. We'll be there, we'll be radio broadcasting it and streaming it without audio. But listen to that radio broadcast. We'll get you to where it's at later in the week. And the teams will meet up. I think they're doing a field goal. It's mixed. I think it's.
All right, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Students, buckle up. Buckle up.
All right, thank you for
Next week.
watching the stream. Copper Navy game from Vail, Arizona. I'm Jacob Greenberg from the whole Bobcat TV crew. Caitlin Matisco, Jory Paul, Jillian Summers. And thank you, Jason Miller and Josh Kramer. Have a good night.